Today and tomorrow, I have one goal and one goal only, and that is to catch myself my first ever fish over 10 pounds. And that's where I'm going to stop the intro right there. Newsflash, y'all. I unfortunately do not catch a double digit in this video. I do catch some very nice fish, I will say that, but that is not the point. Today, I have a completely different story to tell. How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to an episode of Fishing ATX. Originally, this video idea was going to be going out and trying to catch my first ever double digit bass. I talk about how I've been so close so many times. I've caught several different 9-pounders, 8-pounders, and more 7- and 6-pounders that I can possibly count. So my goal for this 2-day trip that I'm currently on was to catch my first ever double digit. Unfortunately, I have not caught it to this point. I have caught a lot of nice fish though, so don't worry, there's a lot of fun, exciting fishing to come in this video. But that's not the point of this intro. This intro, I want to tell y'all just a truly remarkable story that has happened to me. And I can't say anything else other than it's a true God sighting, God story. And I just want to use this as an example to help spread the gospel, but just tell y'all truly one of the most incredible experiences and just God-guided moments of my life. The story starts a couple days ago when I was headed out to East Texas for a Texas Bass Station tournament out on Sam Rayburn. Morning, y'all. Welcome to beautiful lake Sam Rayburn. Just got on the water here. I'm at my first spot right now. Super excited to get some fishing in because I just completed about a darn near 5.5 hour drive. Been up since 1 a.m. so I'm excited to just finally get to fishing. Get to do something fun other than just staring at a road all morning. I've got 1 day to pre-fish. I've got all day today, and that is it. Big lake, obviously, but we're more or less just looking to find a pattern. That's really all you gotta do out here. You find a pattern, you're looking good. As I talked about there, Friday's practice, my only day of practice, my whole goal was just trying to find a pattern, and that I certainly did do. As you're gonna see here, I catch the ever-living crap out of them during that Friday practice session. Yeah, you keep her. Just a little buddy. But that is my first ever Sam Rayburn largemouth. That sucks. The other two are both keepers that are with him, but of course the little dude got it. There we go. Oh my gosh, got like 4 following me. They're all pretty little, but let's see if one eats. Yep, there he is. Alright, I'll leave this area alone. They're mostly all this size, but if I was out here fishing for fun, man, I'd probably put about 15 fish in the boat before long, but they're all roughly about this size, which I mean, that ain't gonna do nothing. There's one. There we go. Not a bad fish. Not bad. Crankbait claims its first victim of the weekend. Got him. I was even like watching him. That's funny. I knew there was a fish over there, but I lost my bait. I mean, I'm seeing fish everywhere from 20 feet up to, you know, what was that, 6.5 feet? They're back in here nice and heavy, that is for sure. They're hammering the Carolina rig. I just can't get anything over freaking 12 inches to eat it seems like. Nice, dude. Yep, these are all good fish. Wow. Gosh, could y'all be here tomorrow, please? There's like 50 of them. Yeah, that's fatty. Man, yeah. 5 of these guys, I'll be looking decent. That's a good fish. Thank you, friend. Fluke. He's tiny. Is that a spot? It is. That's my first Rayburn spot. 7-inch fluke, about 10-inch fish. There we go. That could be a little better one. We will see. What the hell? Oh my. There you have it. That's my first ever catfish on a minnow. All right, come here, Mr. Stinky. Ugh. Kitty cat. There we go. One fluke. A better fish than I thought it was, in all honesty. I didn't think he was all that big at first. He's actually pretty good size. Magnum fluke gets it done again. Another solid one. Friday's pre-fishing session went great. I caught the ever-living crap out of them. I probably could have caught about 130 fish that day if I wasn't shaking fish off. But even still, I definitely hurt myself. And I didn't realize it in the moment, but I still sore-mouthed them way too much. And just off the way, a lot of my fellow anglers at Tarleton State were catching them. I wasn't too concerned about sore-mouthing them because I knew a lot of people have been catching 30, 40, 50 fish a day for the entirety of the week, and they were still having fish reloading on their spots each day. So I wasn't too concerned about it at the time, but come to find out Saturday morning, I hurt myself real badly. Oh my gosh. Well, there's a fishy fish, but not the size we're after. First one of the day. Oh, what in the hell? I couldn't even freaking feel him. He's so little. It's funny, I thought I had grass. Please be a bass. Could be another catfish, but please be a bass. Nope, it's a catfish. Alright. That's a fish. Come on. I think he's a keeper at least. Come on. Man. That's a small one, but I think he's a keeper. Maybe he's... No, he's too short. Yeah, he's only 13. Wow, that was... What in the hell is wrong with this fish? What the hell? Okay, literally just pulled up to the spot, put the trolling motor in before he even turned the camera on, and took a cast this little suspender. That ended up being this dude. I mean, he's definitely a keeper, but man, he's jacked up. Wow, that is a messed up fish, but all right, there's a keeper. Come on, fish. Got him. Please be a largemouth. Please be a largemouth. Not a white. Please be a largemouth. I think it is. If it is. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of them there, so let's go get all of them. Damn it, my camera wasn't even on. It's so disappointing because this guy just put up such a great fight for his size. Literally, I thought he was a striper when he first ate. He started just peel and drag. I mean, he's like a little, you know, probably not even 2-pounder, but we're getting somewhere now. We got 3. Got him. Be a keeper, please. He feels like a keeper, I'll tell you that. Oh my... You kidding me, dude? Oh, I wasn't even watching it. God. Man. Oh. Come on. Be a keeper, please. Please be a keeper. He's not a keeper. He's gonna be like 13. What'd I say? Exactly 13. Tournament day did not go as planned whatsoever at all on Sam Rayburn. My first 3 spots I went to, all 3 of which were spots that I caught them very well the day before. They were all spots that I caught good keepers out of. They were the spots that helped me get to around that 15, 16 pound range as far as my best 5 went on Friday. Yeah, they had nothing there. All I caught were small little guys and catfish, and it put me in a deep hole right off the bat. Really, the only thing that somewhat worked for me on Sam Rayburn that day was fishing real deep of a minnow. I found a couple decent sized schools that were in about 50, 60 feet, and they were all suspended in about that 10 to 15 foot range. I caught 2 more keepers out of the first school I found, and then after realizing the size of the fish only being about little 1.5 pounders, I ended up searching around trying to see if I could find 2 more decent eats to put together like a 10 to 12 pound bag and scrap together a half decent finish. And unfortunately, I didn't do that. Everywhere else I went, all I did was catch catfish and unders, and the day really ended up being just a complete utter disaster for myself. It was hands down the worst overall tournament finish and performance that I had of the entire 2025 season, and I was deflated as all get out. I was super defeated and embarrassed coming out of that tournament, but I knew the job wasn't done. The Rayburn tournament was only part of the reason I was out in East Texas that week. The next morning, I got up, flipped the page, and drove out to a lake that I had been wanting to fish for many, many years now, with one goal and intention in mind, that being catch my first ever double-digit sized largemouth. And while we're gonna get to that entire day of fishing here in just a minute, first, y'all have to hear the rest of the story. So currently I'm on a 2-day fishing trip, like I said, trying to catch double digit. And at the end of day 1, I got off the water and I drove 30 minutes from the lake I was fishing to the new lake I was going to fish. But the only thing was, during that time period, I had to charge the boat, and I had nowhere to charge it. The ramp I was at, it was, you know, kind of middle of nowhere, didn't have a plug charge in or anything like that. So what I usually do in this kind of situation is I'll drive into the nearest town and I'll either find a hotel or a church. And in this case, I was going to go to a hotel. I was going to go ask the front desk, you know, hey, can I plug into the sidewall and whatnot, charge a boat for an hour or 2. Usually they're fine with it. I do that and I move on. I'm driving into town and I passed by this church. It's completely abandoned. It was Sunday night. And I don't know what it was, but just something inside me hit me and was like, you know what, man, you should stop there. I don't know what it was. It just something inside me was like, you should stop at that church and go ahead and plug in over there. So I kept driving down the road and I ended up hitting a little U-turn, drove back to the church, pulled into the parking lot, and the first thing I noticed was there really wasn't an outlet anywhere. Like, it was just crazy. You know, I couldn't see an outlet. I was like, all right, I'm out of here essentially. And I'm getting ready to leave the church. And as I'm doing that, I see one tiny little outlet right by the door where everyone walks in for Sunday mass. So I walk over there and I end up plugging into the outlet. It works. I got power to the boat. I'm like, all right, great. You know, I see there's security cameras around, right? So let's not sit here for too long. It is a church after all. The reason I usually choose churches because, you know, church folks are very forgiving and they usually don't mind when I plug in. I've got several churches back home that I'll stop at to charge a boat whenever I'm out fishing. And I was originally planning on sitting there for about an hour, hour and a half, getting the boat all charged up. I was gonna eat some dinner while I was doing so, and then kind of getting on my way, heading up towards the boat ramp, and I was gonna sleep there and then get on the water for day 2. About an hour goes by and I'm sitting there eating dinner, and I'm kind of looking around the whole time, just knowing there are security cameras. Like, there is definitely a chance I get paid a visit by somebody. And lo and behold, about an hour in, I see a light walking up towards the boat. I'm like, here we go. This is gonna be a weird explanation, right? The light that I saw was this older lady who had walked up to the boat. She was shining on it, and I hopped out of my truck and I was like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just passing through town right now. I'm actually in between a 2-day fishing trip. I just need to charge my boat. Are y'all okay with me charging my boat here? If not, I'm more than happy to leave. And she was like, oh no, you're okay. We were just making sure, you know, you weren't messing with anything or stealing anything. We've had stuff gotten broken into before, and I was just making sure nothing was happening. And she said that her son was the lead pastor of the church. She's like, let me call him real quickly and let me just make sure it's cool with him, and as long as it is, you can stay here. So I was like, all right, cool, you know, we'll see what happens. And she calls him, and her son was very, very nice. He was like, hey, you're more than welcome to charge your boat here. You're all good. Stay here as long as you want. She even offered for me to stay and sleep in the parking lot there that night, which I was like, you know, that's cool. But I'll probably sleep at the ramp, just nice and easy. I can already get up there. That way all I have to do is, you know, wake up in the morning and put the boat in the water and go fishing. I don't have to drive or anything like that. And then we kind of start talking a little bit, and she notices the Tarleton State sticker I have on the back of my truck. And she's like, do you go to Tarleton State? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I do. I actually fish for the Bass Club there. And she's like, no way, are you serious? She was like, my great nephew fishes for the club as well. And I was like, what? Are you serious? This lady happened to be the great aunt of one of my teammates. Like, first off, what are the odds of that? I'm in a random town that I've never been to before in my life, just driving through, you know, all the people in the world. And not only does she happen to have a, you know, great nephew who goes to Tarleton. I mean, that's crazy as is. Tarleton's a pretty small school, but happens to be on the Bass Club and a teammate of mine as well. I mean, wild, small world stuff. But y'all just wait, it gets even crazier. After that, I ended up staying there for another 30 minutes or so, charging the boat, and I was getting ready to head out. Literally, as I was packing my stuff up, she drives back over and she's like, hey, we were talking about it and thinking, do you want a place to stay for the night? She was like, I would hate for you just to sleep in your truck. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll sleep in my truck all the time whenever I fish. And she's like, no, I really insist. Please, please come over and stay at our place. We would love to have you. And I was like, well, all right, might as well, if you insist. So I packed the boat up, got everything put away in the truck, locked everything up, and she drove me back over to their house where they not only fed me dinner, but we had a great conversation, talked all night. It happens that they had several other people in their family who happened to be guides in the area as well and knew all the lakes around here really well. So I got some good insight, as y'all see, put to use today. Just crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. I was planning on sleeping in my truck for the night of day 2, and I happened to not only get a place to stay, but it happens to be someone who is related to one of my teammates at Tarleton State, who, like, someone else I know. I mean, how crazy is that? And the reason I said that this is such a God story and God led me to them is because, obviously it's a church. I mean, it's related to God, but it's like, I just had a gut feeling inside to turn around and go to that church. And by making that decision, by driving past there and stopping at that church, not only did I end up getting a much better place to stay that night, but I met someone connected to one of my teammates, and now I have a future friend, and relationship going forward. And they said I'm welcome to stay out with them anytime I'm out here fishing. So now I got a place to stay whenever I come out to this area to fish. I mean, just wild stuff, wild, small world stuff, really nice people. I mean, literally letting a total stranger into their home just off of faith and goodwill. I'm speechless. Like, not that I've always been a big believer in Christ and big believer in God, and I would never, think any reason why he wouldn't exist. But if I need any more proof, or y'all need any more proof for that sort of deal to happen, it's just, it's mind blowing. I really can't get over it. It's truly one of the most amazing, crazy things that's ever happened in my life before. The reason, though, I say this was all a God story and it was in God's timing and I want to spread the gospel is just because, everything happens for a reason, and I just truly believe there are no coincidences. I truly believe that God has a plan for everybody, and that, what happened last night, there's no way in heck that could happen by coincidence. There's no way that I could possibly decide to stop at this, random church, right? Just out of all the churches I go by and I drive past on a daily basis going out to the water, right? Just to decide to stop at that one in particular and then meet the people that I did with the connections to me they have and the hospitality they had to me, and just the, make the relationships at the end of the day that end up happening for that whole ordeal. It's just not a coincidence. There are so many people in this world, and there's just so many different ways that could play out. It's not a coincidence. It's absolutely unbelievable that everything unfolded the way it did. It's God, y'all. That's all I can say. It's God. With that, y'all, let's now get to the fishing portion of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that crazy God story as much as I did. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here today. Bunch of bait right off the bat. There we go. That was the one behind him. Not as big, but not bad for sure. Good way to start the morning. What, third cast? He ain't a big guy, but definitely a fun way to start the morning. I one in front of him was probably a 4-pounder, but all good. Good little start. I see some grass up towards the dam, and there's several more fish even sitting up there. A lot of them are like right towards top of the surface, which I like seeing that. But I'm about to put a little lighter jig head on. I have a little heavier one right now just because I plan on fishing deep in the river channel. But I ought to throw a spook. That's kind of what I wanted to do off the bat anyways. I got all day to throw a jig head minnow. This is such good early morning top water conditions, and there's a lot of fish towards the surface of the water, so let's throw a spook. I think that, at a minimum, that's gonna be my most fun bait to get eaten on, right? Another brush pile. It ain't all that big, but oh, it's a crappie. Hi, Mr. Crappie. I want to say you didn't look very big, but I was still gonna, try to get you out of the way. Good little brush pile down here. I'm sure it's freaking loaded full of you guys. Mr. Crappie. Shoop. That one wonder. Yep, that's a good fish. Yep, that's her. She freaking choked it too. There we go. That's more of what I was looking for right there. Let's go, baby. I had another one following me actually, and I saw this girl down beneath her, so I was like, yeah, should probably cast to her, right? Beautiful fish. That is an old beat up fish right there. Probably isn't gonna go too much on the scales, but ouch. Still a old beauty regardless. Ooh, man. What? Oh, that's what it is. I was like, what in the hell? Beautiful fish. Ah, that's pleasant. Got diarrhea on my shirt. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and I already got diarrhea on my shirt. 4-3. There you go. It was 4-3 and 7/8, so 4-4. We'll call her a 4-4. Alrighty, Mama. Thank you for the eat. I will see you later. There she goes. Oh, it scared her, damn it. It's been a mixed bag of reactions so far this morning. They're either all over it, want to freaking, kill it, or they're like literally scared of it. Like that was probably a 5+ pounder that I legitimately just scared the hell out of. Yeah, put it by her again, and she just got scared. And they're bass, man. I promise you it's a bass. I mean, you can just tell by their reaction alone. Gosh, there's another one back there that's even bigger. Man. Yeah, I wasn't seeing many big fish at first, and now all of a sudden they're starting to pop up. It's honestly, there's a lot of them towards the surface, and they're the ones that are being finicky. Like the one I just caught, she was, probably 20 feet when I saw her. Came up from, I was probably working it in 10 when she started coming up to see it. I've got multiple different sizes of minnow tied on, so I mean, I can throw a pretty wide variety at them. The only thing is, like, if they're getting scared of a 4-inch, my hopes aren't very high. They're going to be very enticed to eat a 7. Who knows? Got a lot of different stuff to try today. Yeah, I'll just tell you right off the bat there. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of big fish over here. There are a lot of big fish. There's a couple I'm looking at right now that put the one I just caught to shame. Man, not even a lick of interest. Just gotta remember, I mean, there's a reason these fish are so big. It's because they're smarter than They didn't get this big being stupid, so it's probably gonna take quite a few different presentations to get these guys to eat. There's big fish everywhere, y'all. They're just smart, as they should be, right? I feel like usually though, when throwing this jig head minnow, it's like even the fish that don't eat, you can usually at least get some sort of interest out of, right? Like you'll get them to follow it. I mean, heck, I've had so many times where they just get right up on the tail but won't actually eat it. Whereas today, it's just been all or nothing. They either want to kill it or they want absolutely nothing to do with it. There is no in between. I think I've only had one fish so far, like, follow it closely and end up not eating it. Like if they follow it, they're probably gonna eat it, but 1 in 10 fish are wanting to chase it right now. Computer. He might still eat it. He might still eat it. Hello. I just had to. Say, man, you would be so good on my dinner table. But the only thing is, I'm sleeping in my truck tonight. So, you get to go home. Shoop. This little tiny guy. But... man, it feels good to actually have one eat again. It's been hard to convince him to do so. But he looked interested, so I was like, you know what, gotta take a cast at him. There's a fish. Yeah, off the eat, that's about how big I thought he was. I won't lie, I just got bored sitting on scope, so I thought I might as well come up to a little point real quickly and throw a drop shot, and that's about what I expected, but still feels good to get eaten. Just took a look at the weather a second ago, and I think I just figured out the main reason why a lot of these fish are being so damn stingy. I mean, just a lot of them are big, so they're just smart, right? But there was supposed to be a cold front that was going to move in tonight. Looking at it now, it's moving in around 3, and it's currently 11, but I'll tell you, you know, these fish are already feeling the effects of it. No doubt about it. I can just tell by how they're behaving. And it stinks because the pressure currently is about 29.9, so, you know, kind of just below even, and it's going to shoot up to like 30.5 or something, 30.6 tonight. It's going to drop about. The high tomorrow will be a good 15 degrees cooler than today. It's actually not that cold today. It's only like 60. But then tomorrow morning, I mean, it was like 48 this morning, whereas tomorrow morning it's going to be like 35 or something. Pressure is going up, but I'm honestly curious to see if they bite better post cold front. Because I mean, they're just being really tough right now. Like, I'm having to really work to get any of these half decent sized fish to even show interest, much less, you know, eat it, right? Didn't have my audio on. Tiny fish, obviously, but he came flying out of the trees for it. Like, that's the kind of eat I want to see, at least. It's positive. You're cold, buddy. Sure. Nice, came off the bottom and got her. Dude, man, I won't lie. I didn't think he was big. I did not think he was big, but I thought he was like a 2-pounder. Did not think he was another freaking 10-incher, but man, I don't know if there's just a weird angle or something, but he looked like, I mean, looks like he's a little bigger. Got him. Oh, he's tiny, but I just saw him chilling there. Been a minute about to eat, so even though he's tiny again, feels good. I didn't even scope that dude. I literally just cast in there. Ah, damn it. Got him. You little dude. He's probably a little crappie, in all honesty. Yeah. This is that same tree I was fishing earlier, and there are even more crappie in it now than there was earlier. Honestly, I might just sit here and just fish these crappie. I mean, it's been, you know, difficult enough to get quality largemouth eats as is. I might just sit here and fish for crappie. Got him. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that at all. Not at all. Finally got one of the good ones to eat. Finally got one of the good ones suspended to eat. Been trying to do that all day, dude. Stay down on me. Stay down on me. Now, he's not giant, but he's a good fish. Especially when I haven't caught anything over 4 pounds since about 8 a.m. This is such a blast, I won't even lie. Just getting to fight something strong for a change has been really fun. Man. This is probably one of the best fights I've ever had from like a 3.5 pounder in my life. He's just so fat and chunky. Come here. Okay, got him. Woo, that was a fun fight. Goodness me. Been waiting a long time to get another solid one. Oh my gosh, and the hook's already out. Woo. That came out easy. Good fish though. That is a fat butterball. I've been seeing them suspending all day. It's just been harder than hell to
actually get him to eat, but I got him this time. Alrighty, bud. Thank you for that awesome fight. That was a lot of fun. I'll see you later.